guys are having a great day. Today's video is pretty emotional for me. I actually had one of my viewers send me a message on Facebook telling me that they kind of have been watching my videos and saying I'm kind of sad looking, I look down. It could be, and I told her that I was going to let her know kind of via a video why maybe I look like I'm a little upset. Number one, I may look tired because I just woke up from a nap, and I thought, why not just film right now? So today's video, if you read the headings, is toxic relationships. Now, I found this really good article, so you're going to see me keep looking at my laptop over here, that kind of has 5 steps that could lead to a toxic relationship. So I will definitely post the link down below. I would love all my viewers to go read this, but I will try to sum up my my real life experience and my take on toxic relationships. So here's a little outline of some of the things that you will see within you and your loved one or your best friend. And I would like to kind of give a disclaimer saying that this video is only about toxic relationships between a friendship or in a relationship with someone, not with family. You can have toxic relationships with family members. This video in particular, the one I'm making, my take on it, is not specifically for family, because at the end of it, I'm going to tell you that you, in my opinion, is that you need to back away from it and leave that relationship. So of course in family members and in family, you can't sometimes do that. You can't just leave and get out of that relationship. I mean, family is blood. You can't leave. So that's why don't ever think about doing this with a family member, but some things you can, but just do not back out and leave with a family member. You can stay away from them, of course, but I'm not telling you to break off your relationship. And you can't essentially do that. At the end of the day, they're family, they're blood. So just remember, this is for best friends and boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend. So just keep that in mind. 5 ways you can tell that you are in a toxic relationship. Number 1 is it seems like you can't do anything right. Number 2, everything is about them and never about you. Number 3, find yourself unable. You find yourself unable to enjoy good moments with that person. Number 4, you're uncomfortable being yourself around that person. And number 5, you're not allowed to grow and change. Now, before I begin, I am going to talk about my personal experience, and I don't do this very much because I don't really like talking about in specific situations that have occurred to me and my experiences and stuff like that. But for this topic, I feel like it's very important that I share with my viewers out there, and even the person that I'm going to be talking about, I'm sure they're watching, that not only have they made me grown, but I have realized it was kind of a good decision at the end of the day. So, and I want all my viewers to know that I may be this tiny little girl, but you have to make the right choices at the end of the day always. And I'm going to kind of incorporate these 5 ways you can tell you are in a toxic relationship with what in my situation happened. So basically, my friend and I'm not going to say names or who or anything like that, my best friend and I think I was around 18, and I met this person, and we stayed friends till just recently, actually. And I mean, I grew up with this person. I went through hell and back with this person. They've seen me at my lowest. I've seen them at their lowest. I mean, you name it, we were best friends. I wouldn't have to talk to them every single day, but we made an effort to just say hi, hello, what's going on, what's up every single day. They eventually moved from here, and they got a job. They went out of state, and they lived their life there, and we still made the effort to keep communication and talk. Of course, that's when things changed. Now, in my situation, I think that toxic relationships also occur when either 2 people change and they're not on the same page, or when 2 people have their own personal insecurities or issues within themselves that they have not fully spoken about to the other person, and it'll always kind of regress inside, and you're not letting the other person know what your issues are. Then the tension and the stress adds up, and the relationship just becomes bad. But in my case, what happened is I started to change. And when we first became friends, we were kind of the same person. We literally were the same person. And at the end of it, I had become somebody else, and that other person had become somebody else. So basically, they would tell me that they were never comfortable talking to me because I became somebody else. and they couldn't really even tell me anything. I would ask them, like, why don't you talk to me? Why don't you ever tell me what's going on with your life? Like, I can tell you're upset. And they would be like, I don't even know how to talk to you. I feel really uncomfortable. I don't even know who you are anymore. And that's the sad part, is that it killed, because we would fight about every little thing. I mean, I would practically nitpick and judge this person almost for things that I thought were morally incorrect, because I had changed, and I completely changed, I should say, and this person thought it was okay. And I kept trying to force this person, when you can't force anybody. Of course, we all know that, to do something. And so I had to really just bite my tongue and back off, but it would always bother me in the inside, you know. I would just be like, oh, I can't tell this person what to do because they're not going to listen to me anyway, so let me just not even talk to them or just be quiet. So that's one thing that happened and kind of ruined it. It started to just go downfall after that. And then every time, there was never a moment we could have fun together. We didn't have a good moment ever. I mean, even on the phone, or even if I Skyped this person, we would always end up having something that would go wrong, and there would be an argument. So it was almost like, it was just, we both knew that this was going nowhere anymore. And it was unfortunate, because we were friends for such a long time, almost 5 years. And you come to this point, you get so frustrated, both mentally and emotionally, because you don't want to let go of that friendship or that relationship. You just don't want to let go of it, because it means so much to you. But at the end of the day, you look back, and I look back at least, and I think, like, what were we holding on to? There was nothing left. There literally was nothing left in that friendship. It was gone a long time ago, because we both had become two different people. We both had given up, and we were trying to save this friendship, but we didn't even know how. It was so gone. And it was emotionally wrecking both of us mentally. I would cry. I'm sure this person wouldn't cry, essentially, but they were pretty depressed. I'm not even joking. They pretty much were. So it was not healthy for both of us. Sure, there were good moments at times. Not saying there weren't, but it was not enough. And like I said, number one, it seemed like I was never doing anything right. I always tried. I'm like, I'm trying to make an effort. I'm trying to make an effort. And they're trying to make an effort. But it was just fighting, and fighting. So there comes a point where, if you're in that situation, you have to say goodbye. And we both recently decided to split our ways. And it was probably the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life, is say goodbye. Because I never wanted to say goodbye. I promised this person that I would always be their best friend forever. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I think about it every single day, that if you're okay and if you're fine. But I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of me, that we made the right decision, or we would have mentally, really emotionally messed us up for what was to come in life. And I didn't want that to keep occurring. And so I think we both made the right choice. Now, it was very hard, and that day I still remember, and I would love to share this with everyone, because I'm not saying it's easy. It was very hard, so I want everybody to know it's probably very difficult to do, but sometimes you just have to do it. We both were on the phone, and I was basically crying throughout the whole conversation, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be this person. I can't be this. We can't do this friendship anymore. And I mean, at the end, I said goodbye. It was mutual, which I love. And I hope this person doesn't resent me still, but we seemed mutual, and we said goodbye, and we both cried. We said goodbye, we both cried, and I didn't hang up. They hung up, because I couldn't. I was crying, and I couldn't, but thankfully they did. And that was it. It was over. The lesson learned is that toxic relationships are just going to keep getting toxic. They're not going to get any better, and sometimes you have to say goodbye. It's something that just has to be done, because emotionally you're both going to F each other up in the long run. There's so many people out there, so many teenagers, so many adults in relationships that are toxic. I see in school, I hear people in toxic relationships where they're like, there's a girl walking down the street, she's crying because he's telling her like this, and she's yelling, she's like, I'm sorry. And it's like, if you're always constantly breaking up, making up, breaking up, making up, and that's all you're doing, then there's something wrong, and you need to rethink that relationship. If you're not happy most of the time, majority of the time you're really crying and you're depressed, and even that other person is, then that kind of could mean that it's time to say goodbye. It's the hardest thing to do, but it's the right thing to do. And in life, you always want to do the right thing. So that's all I wanted to tell my viewers, is that from my experience, I can do it, which means you can do it too. And if you're in this situation, I pray and I hope for you that it becomes better and that maybe you can fix it. But the majority of these toxic relationships do not last. But I would pray and hope, like I said, that hopefully, you know, you can make this happen and communicate with your partner or loved one or whoever. That's my whole take on toxic relationships. And if you guys have any opinions or comments or anything you want me to talk about, comment below for sure. Today, let me talk about my outfit. Nothing really, all black with a little pop of leopard. Accessories, just some bangles, my typical watch that I wear all the time. Oh, and then I got this really cute infinity ring. It's actually a mid-ring, but my fingers are so tiny, it fits me as a ring on my ring finger. Not my ring finger, I mean my other ring finger. That makes no sense, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and support. Keep watching my videos, watch me on Style Haul. You can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram and Facebook. So check me out. Let me know how you guys think about this video. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Stay strong. And always spread peace. Alright? Love you guys. Bye. If you are watching, to the person that I talked about in this video, you know who you are. I will always keep you in my prayers and definitely always have love for you. Please take care of yourself, and I'm so sorry for anything that I ever did, and if I ever said harsh words or anything to hurt you, I hope you understand.